Yeah. There she is. Somebody's squeaking.
All right. Let's make sure everybody's muted, and then we'll get going. Carrie, can you mute yourself? And Noelle, you too? Melissa McDonald, you too? I can normally, oh, there we go. I got you, Heidi. Carrie, I got you. All right. I think we're good. Is that better? Greg, is that better? Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Hey, everybody. I'm very excited. So we have Greg tonight. Greg, you're what, 8-star qualifying right now?
Yeah, third weekend. Week 4 starts tomorrow.
It's so exciting. So Greg started, what, just about 3 years ago, right?
July 27th, 2011, so a little over 3 years.
A little over 3 years ago. And he is absolutely an inspiration as far as the business side and the fitness side. I mean, if you guys follow Greg, you see that he's not just a product of the product in his basement working out with his wife, Christine, but he's also huge inspiration on the business and kind of just puts it out there and tells it how it is. And I love his style and I love what he does with his team. So a couple weeks ago, I reached out to him and asked if he would talk to us about the business and how to find business partners. A little bit about before Super Saturday. I'm like, oh gosh, brilliant. You're brilliant. You get it. And I just want you to share whatever you can possibly share as far as the business. I know that this is the one part that we as our team are really trying to focus on, finding business partners and how to work the business. We're all awesome with the products. We love Shakeology. We love the workouts. But we all know that the key to this is the business. Right? And
that's what pays the bills, and that's what will set you up for financial freedom. Not working out, well, kind of a compound effect. Yeah, working out, but you know what I mean.
Listen, if we got paid for working out, I'd be a millionaire. Okay?
Yeah, you would.
So I'm going to let you take it from here. I'm going to hit record so that you can share this with your team if you'd like, and whoever else can share with their.
Ooh, I'm on the spot. All right. Well, thanks, Kim, for having me on the call. And, I always like watching your posts. And more importantly, I like meeting you in person because you're just like a ball of fire. You have an amazing attitude and personality, and I love it. So thanks for having me on the call. So the business side of this thing is what I really love talking about. I really love the whole genealogy, the whole volume thing. And guys, to be honest with you, I suck at math. Like, I was in a below average math class all the way from 3rd grade to high school. But for some crazy reason, this shit clicks with me. This whole volume, coaches, and just everything just clicked with me. And I don't really know why, but I can identify with it and I can pick things up pretty quickly. So one thing that you guys, before I even get into this, you have to understand that you're not going to have your business isn't always going to go like this, right? For me, my business has been like this, but it always goes up. It goes down, then it goes up. It goes down, then it goes up. I had my weak leg in my first business center crumble once, not totally, but had a lot of people quit. My second business center has crumbled twice, just about literally. It used to be 1-star, and now it's diamond. I had a diamond coach quit and took all 28 coaches with her. They just didn't work out. They were just trying to make a quick buck, and they all left. So my second business center has the same amount of coaches in it that it had a year ago. But the volume is up because they're working, they're doing stuff, they're selling, but I had to rebuild it. So I love this business, and despite the setbacks that I've had, I always push forward and I never stop. And that's the first thing that you guys need to know. You're all going to be successful, if you're not already, in this business if you don't quit and if you don't stop doing the daily things that 97% of the people aren't willing to do. Like, get on a Zoom call at 8:30 with some guy from Connecticut, you know, and work out every day, and go to Super Saturdays when it's nice out and you're in a hotel room. Post each and every day. Drink your freaking shake. It's not hard stuff, right? But it's so damn easy not to do it, right? It's even easier not to do it than it is to do it. I didn't want to work out today. It's raining. It's dark in the morning because I work out in the mornings. The last thing I wanted to do was get out of bed. But knowing that I'm a coach, and this is what I talk about when I talk about this opportunity to people, being a coach is a great accountability for yourself. It's great to be on the products and use the products, but if you're a coach and you're working the business just a little bit, that's just a little bit more of an incentive to keep your ass healthy. Knowing that you can earn an income and people are going to come to you and say, what the heck did you, Nikki, you look good. What are you doing, girl? Right? That's going to happen. So that's an incentive to be accountable for yourself. Because that's why most people sign up, is because they love the products and they want to share it. So that helps them keep themselves healthy. When you, when you're talking, I don't know, how many of you have approached somebody with the business opportunity? Just raise your hand. I can't see everybody because we have two windows here, but okay. So I hope that you're looking at them in the eye, and you're saying, listen, I have something that you might be interested in, or whatever it is, the conversation after you form them, whatever. You have to know exactly what you're talking about. You can't be fumbling. You can't be stumbling. And if you're talking to a gym, forget it. If you don't know if you don't know what you're talking about, they're not going to listen to you. You have to know some business facts. Now, the Connecticut Super Saturday, we put out some business facts. But at Leadership, they put out some really good business facts. And if you guys haven't seen the slides, I can send them to Kim and she'll show you. But we're going to be just under $1 billion company this year. Did you guys know that? We're looking at $955 million. Team Beachbody is now out-earning Beachbody.com. We're at $565 million to $500 million. So we're out-earning Beachbody. That's what you want, especially since we're investing our lives in this company, right? Like, we're spending time where we want to be out-earning Beachbody. That's a fact that you guys need to know. We have 295,000 people on Shakeology. That's coaches and customers. 292, which it was in September. So if you roughly, know those numbers, and I don't know what the coach count is, but 225,000 or something like that, I think we have 239, I think. Just those things that you need to know about the business. And if you have a team, a coach on your team that does business, does the business opportunity webinar, watch it. Even if you're a diamond coach, 4-star diamond, watch that business opportunity. How did I learn this business? By watching Keith Callahan's opportunity 3 years ago, over and over and over again, when he used to compare this thing to McDonald's. Does everybody remember? Bill, you probably remember that when he used to do that, right? I watched that over and over again and then kind of put my own spin on it. You have to know what you're talking about when you're talking about this business opportunity. You have to, back when I was really building hard, which I still do because I don't stop. But in the beginning, I was using the new facts that came out at the time. It was like September 2012, and I remember Brett Blake saying they just hired 400 new people for the coach relations. 400 new people. I was using that. We partnered with LNK LNK Partners back then, a financial backing. Those things I happened to tell people when I was building, when I was recruiting. Now you can use, we're approaching 1 billion and the network's only 7 years old. We have 300,000, almost 300,000 people on Shakeology. We are going international in probably 2 years. We just invested millions of dollars into a whole new online office in e-commerce that's coming next year. Like, these are things that people get excited about. Beachbody's also, they're cash rich, they're debt free. They don't have any debt. A+ rating and Better Business Bureau. These are stuff that you guys should know. Like, does everybody know something? Raise your hand if you knew a couple of these things at least. Okay, good. All right. She's looking down. Christy! Okay. So as far as like building and attracting people, you have to, I think it's a little bit different for guys than women. You know, the network is 92% women now. I started with the business opportunity, and I always kind of led with the business opportunity. Fitness, it's hard to say. Fitness second, because I don't know. I went through P90X before I became a coach, so I already had that. So I just approached it with the business opportunity because people saw I already had a transformation. Everybody comes in on a different rung on the ladder with Beachbody, right? Some people have a transformation. Some people are getting a transformation. Some people are already fit, whether you're a fitness instructor or anything. Everybody comes on a different rung. So everybody has a different story. You have to realize what your story is. And if you don't have one, use somebody else's. Eventually you're going to have one. I remember using Nicole Jones's story a lot, and Bob's a lot when I was recruiting, when I was first starting my first year. I said, I don't know, I'm building a business, and, I'm being taught by a former lawyer who used to be a full-time lawyer. Now he's a full-time Beachbody coach. Oh, really? Yeah. This is, let me show you what this is, and you can make up your own mind. Now that we have business, everybody's doing business webinars, that's a huge tool. Does somebody on your team do a business opportunity webinar? Please, somebody raise your hand. Kim! That's I have one going tomorrow night if everybody wants to jump on. I do them the third Thursday of every month, right? They're recorded. My team can use them for prospects, right? And now Beachbody has a business opportunity webinar out there. Did you guys know that? They have one. You guys can download it, add your pictures, add your little flair to it, and you have one. Boom, done. The one my wife and I created, we spent 45 hours, the two of us, building it from scratch. So now they have one for you, and you can use that. And you guys know this business, you just haven't talked about it enough, so you don't think you know it. But if you have a business opportunity in front of you, even if you're not videoing anything, if it's right in front of you, just bring it up and watch the PowerPoint and talk through the slides. You guys know this stuff. You just have to get comfortable explaining it to people. And if you screw up, it doesn't matter. Nobody's going to, if I see Bill on the street and I say, I'm talking to him about Beachbody, if I get a fact wrong or something, he's not going to know. I'll correct it later when I get him after the webinar, or if I send him a video or something. We have the tools in the back office. We have the 7-minute introducing Team Beachbody. It's like 7 minutes and 32 seconds long. I still use that thing. I just used it last week. I said, I'm bringing somebody, I'm transferring a business, a CBC. I'm transferring somebody in. I said, here, I got 2 versions. I said, I got the 7-minute one. Watch that. It's a high level. And then after you watch that, here's my 50-minute webinar that goes in depth. Do you have time to watch this? Yes. Boom. I'm up. All right, call me. When will you be done? I'll be done I'm going to watch it Thursday. Great. Friday you'll be done. We can watch it. Yes. And this is GoPro stuff, guys. If you've read GoPro, then you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, then read it. Now I've just set up the next appointment to meet with him. He's watched 2 webinars. Most of the questions are already answered. Now it's just a matter of signing him up. What did I do? I used a third-party tool from Beachbody and one that I've created. You don't want to know the whole, Bob told me this a long time ago. Be the commercial, not the feature film. So talk to when you're forming somebody and talking to somebody about this stuff. And, here's a perfect example. Lou Nugent. Everybody know Lou? He's a 2-star diamond on my team. He just sponsored a 7-star diamond, Shane Fire. The way he did that was we did a shake and share at a gym. It was an LA Fitness. Her son came over and was drinking Shakeology, and Shane came over and grabbed the kid. And he's like, what are you doing? He's like, Mom, this is chocolate, whatever. Lou started talking to her, telling her about the shake. And just as she started walking away, he says, by the way, there's a business opportunity tied to this. So he said everything instead of throwing up the business all over her. He talked about the shake. He talked about everything that was in it and Beachbody in general. She was a big Insanity fan. And then he said, by the way, this is also a business opportunity. That's why she called him back 2 days later. Whenever you're talking to somebody about Beachbody, always bring up the business opportunity. Because you don't want somebody saying, even if you're talking to somebody like, okay, hey Bill, I'm building this team and I got these challenge groups going, and is this something you're interested in? Would you be interested in working out with a group of people online and getting in the best shape of your life? Yeah, well, sure. I'd like to know more about it. Okay, here's a video on challenge groups. I'll send them the Ever Feel Like This video, right? So that talks about challenge group. And then I'll follow up with him and I'll say, okay, here's some information on Shakeology. And then I'll say, there's different ways you can make this. There are different ways you can buy this. You can be a customer. You can be and pay full sucker price. And I say that. I say you're a customer and you can pay FSP. And they're like, what's that? I go, full sucker price. Or you can become a discount buyer. I don't say coach. I say discount buyer. You say coach, they flip out. Discount buyer. I present every opportunity to them, because the last thing you want them to do, if they sign up a month later and say, hey, how come you didn't tell me that I could get a 25% discount? You want to present every opportunity to them so that they can make the decision. And now if they buy a challenge pack and they don't want to be a coach, that's okay, because they can sign up for free later on, right? If they buy a challenge pack. Back in the day, you couldn't do that. So present every opportunity to them, because you don't want somebody coming back and saying, oh, why didn't you give me the 25% discount? You just wanted my money, or whatever. People make up crazy stuff. So now I'm going to say to Bill, do you want to pay full sucker price, or do you want it at a 25% discount? The cool thing about a 25% discount is you can get it for free. Well, how do you do that? Well, you got to find 3 people. I could help you do that. We have training. That's something, if you wanted to do, you could do. Or you have somebody that's interested in making money, and you get this from forming, right? Hey, Bill. Oh, yeah, I'm a landscaper. Oh, yeah, you do this. Okay, what do you do for recreation? Oh, I hunt. I do this. Okay. I don't know if you're interested in it, but I'm doing this business thing with Beachbody, and I'm making a pretty good amount of money. Some people are driven by money. Face it, right? I am. I'm not going to lie. So now you have 3 people. You have your A people that are like, oh my God, I want to do this. This is awesome, right? Some people are like that. That's how I was. Those are the people you really want to focus on the business opportunity with, and give them, that's who I'm going to give my webinar to. Then you have the B people. They're like, okay, yeah, this is pretty cool. I might, I'm kind of interested. All right, well, here's the 7-minute video, so I don't take up much of your time. If you're interested after that, then here you go. And then there's the C people. I don't know. It sounds like a pyramid scheme. Okay. If you're interested, that's cool. If I can get your contact information, I'll follow up with you in 3 or 4 days. I'm not going to spend all kinds of time with those people, the C people. Jim Rohn said, what happens when you chase birds? Anybody know? You leave the field.
Run away.
You leave the field. The C people are birds. You don't know what they're going to do. So if you're off chasing those guys, trying to get them to watch a webinar or whatever, you're going to lose focus. You have to pretend that you're back in the 1800s. You need to cross a field that's 5 miles wide. It's totally flat, and there's a tree at the other end of it. Like the other side is woods, right? Your goal is to build this business with Beachbody, right? You want to build a business. What are you going to do? Are you going to go all over the place like this? No, you want to go straight as possible. Up, perhaps, but we're talking in a field now, lateral here. So you want to get to that other side. That other side is 5-star diamond. That's like the ultimate goal, first big goal in this business, right? So that tree is 5 stars. So what are you going to do? You want to focus on that tree and don't take your eye off that target. You're going to get stirred away by little birds and stuff like this. You're going to go a little bit side to side and get stumped along the way. I did. My business center crumbled, right? But I kept going. I kept my eye on the ball, and I just kept going straight. You're going to reach that other end, but you cannot stop. What happens if I'm in the middle of that field and I stop? I'm not going to make the target, right? I'm not going to get to the other side of the field. So if you stop with this business, how are you going to hit your goal? And if you don't have a goal, shame on you, because you need to have a goal. You need to have a target. Without a target, you don't have direction. Without direction, you don't have anything. So you guys, your call to action when I'm done with this call is to write down your goal for the end of the year, write down your goal for April, and then write down your goal for Summit. You have to have these things set in place. If you don't, you have nothing to gauge your growth by. You have nothing to push you. How do these coaches hit elite? They track how many coaches are hitting Success Club. They track how many coaches are getting 500 PV combined. Like, they're doing all this stuff. I mean, that's what I did. You have to track this stuff. You have to know this stuff. So, is everybody with me? Raise your hand if you follow. Yeah, okay. All right. Are you getting anything out of this, or is this stuff all stuff you heard, right? Okay, good. I know some of you have heard it before, and that's fine, because I hear this stuff over and over again, and that's how you learn. That's how you get it drilled inside your head. So, does everybody understand genealogy and that stuff? Because you need to understand that. That's your structure of your business, right? You need to know. If you don't know what your strong leg and weak leg is, goodness, talk to your upline. They should have told you when they signed you up. We have a GSR call that is one of the questions that I'm supposed to tell them. Like, okay, this is your strong leg, this is your weak leg. You need to know this, because if this is your inside leg, this is where you're going to sign your spouse, right? You need to know this stuff. So you need to know it so that you can tell your coaches when you sign them up, and then when they sign them up. That's an important step that needs to be duplicated down the down line. Does everybody have an onboarding system, right? Do you know how to onboard coaches? Do you guys have a system that you use, that you duplicate over and over again? My team has a questionnaire that they give the coach. They have a GSR call 1 and 2 that's in an outline, so the sponsoring coach can just go right down the line with the new coach, and it's the same thing every single time, over and over again. If you guys want a copy of that, again, I'll give it to Kim and she can use it. All right. You guys just wanted me for all my goods. No. And honestly, I got some of that from Shane. I've collaborated with Shane. I took some of hers, she took some of mine. We combined one, and it works really good. And then we go to another step, and we have a welcome video. You know, she has one for her team. I have one for my team. You know, Kim could do one for hers, or Bill could do one for his, whatever. Just have to have something that's in place, and everybody needs to follow it. That's how you build a business, guys. Duplication. And you need to believe in yourself. You know, I'm not going to get into the whole personal development thing, because you hear that, you know, over and over and over again. But honestly, guys, I'm going to give you one piece of advice. If you don't believe that you can make, you know, $5-6 grand a week in this business, then you're beaten. You have to believe that you can do that. That was my ultimate goal when I signed up. I wanted to make $5 grand a week in this business. I was like, holy shit, that would be awesome. That goal was hit back in, June of Summit, right? That was my goal. Like, I believed it from day one, even though it was like in the back of my mind, it was like, wow, that's crazy. How can you do that? I kept believing it. And, you know, and I was seeing other leaders hit those numbers. I'm like, holy shit, this actually works. I'm going to do it. I am going to do it. And find somebody in this business that is kind of I'm not getting into like success partners, but find somebody in this business that is growing similar to you. Like for me, it was Nicole Jones. She signed up to the day 1 year before me. So I'm like, okay. I was following her for a little while when I signed up. I asked her where she was at 6 months. I was at the same place. I'm like, okay, so I'm going to gauge my growth over her. Not by rank, but by volume. I don't care about rank. So I used her as a gauge. And then I would go one step further, and I'd look at Keith, and I would look at Bob. And I'm like, oh, I'm kind of in sync with all of them. I've kind of fallen back a little bit, but that's okay. It's okay. What else can I talk to you guys about? Any questions? You guys have any questions? Any questions? No questions? Are you kidding me? Okay, who's got one? All right. Kim, can you unmute Bill?
I got it.
Yes.
Oh, he's got it.
So, Greg, on gyms and fitness centers, what's the best approach that you find with them?
Okay. Let it be known, I've signed 12 gyms and I had 11 of them quit.
Really?
Yeah, back when we remember that whole Les Mills thing?
Yeah.
I signed up a whole bunch of them and all of them quit, except for one. No, I'm sorry. I have 3 gyms, but I have one is the owner. The other 2 are group exercise directors. One of them is Julie Miller. She's about to be 2-star. And the other one was Barbie Wilson. She used to be a 1-star diamond, but now she's at Ruby. She kind of quit the business. So a lot of things have changed since then, though. We have, you guys all know Don Murphy. If you don't, you should. And things have changed and evolved, and it's a lot easier. But the language you guys need to talk about for gyms is, if you can get a meeting with the owner, which is almost next to impossible. Those guys, they seem all the same. They're just unorganized and run around all over the place. But selling without buying is a term that you guys want to use, because if they have Shakeology, like a home direct program, like, Bill Tallman's Powerhouse Home Direct program, right? He's the owner of a gym. Now people can come in and buy Shakeology there, and then if they like it, they can get it on the home direct program for the gym. Now the gym is got to do nothing at all, and he's selling Shakeology. And if that person stops going to the gym for some reason and they stay on Shakeology, they can still make money from that person without having to do anything. Most gyms will carry it in the gym and then offer the home direct program. If they don't have a shake bar, that's even better. They can bring in some samples, sell them. Then if they like it, then they can purchase it on home direct. For a gym owner to do this, it costs them nothing compared to what they're used to, right? They buy one piece of equipment, it's thousands of dollars, right? So if they just get 3 customers, then, or if they get 1 customer and their business fee is paid for, you don't look for gyms to go to Diamond. It's very rare, but they can be a huge volume maker. I have one gym that does 6,000 volumes a month. Renee Teller's fitness center does $17,000 in Shakeology a month.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't sponsor her. But she is on my downline, so that's good. But it's also non-dues revenue. You want to write that term down, non-dues revenue. Because if the gym is making $32.46 off of a Shakeology box, that's pretty much a gym membership for a month. That's what most gym memberships cost, I think, anyway, like $30 a month.
$30, yeah.
Right? Unless it's Planet Fitness, it costs like 50 cents. I don't know. But that's for doing nothing, right? And if they back Shakeology, that's another thing. If you're going to approach a gym, you're going to have to do a presentation for all their trainers and instructors. Because if you don't have those guys on board, it's not going to work. And I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to have some trainers and instructors that have egos and they think they know whatever it is they think they know. Like they don't get it. As far as a personal trainer goes, they can add this as another tool in their toolbox. And they're going to be like, well, it's conflict of interest for the gym. Yeah, I get that. Build online. It's not a conflict of interest. You want to attract people, and this goes for anybody. Our whole idea is to attract people we don't know, right? That's why we're on Facebook, to bring people to us, to attract people we don't know so that we can build a business that's long-standing and substantial with people all across the country. So a personal trainer is the same way. Okay, how many people can you personally train a week? Like literally, how much money are you actually going to make? You tap out. Like when I did my lawn care business, I could only mow so many freaking lawns a week before I was done. 58 was, by the way, was the max. So, and I was dead. But a personal trainer is the same way. How many people can they personally train a week, right? This is something that they can use as another tool. They can either present Shakeology to their customers, or they can say, the heck with it, I'm going to keep it separate from that, and I'm going to do something online. I see all these. I have this gym near me. I haven't talked to him yet. But he just opened up, and I see him online posting and everything, and that's great. How many people is he actually going to pull in online? Like just, a 25-mile radius? That's probably about it. So I'm going to go in there. I'm going to be like, dude, you're on Facebook promoting all this stuff, and you're only going to get people driving 20, 25 miles tops to come here. We should talk. Let me show you what I'm doing. I know I make more money than you do without the overhead you got. Let me show you what I'm doing, and you make up your mind. And if he says no, he says no. What am I going to do? Get mad? No. You know, if I said, Nikki, this is a great movie, you should see it. Oh, what is it? It's Star Wars. No, it sucks. Oh, shit. I can't show anybody. I can't tell anybody else about that movie. It's the same thing with Beachbody. If somebody's not interested, ask the person next to them. And it's funny because, like, Lou and I used to go, we got to do this again. We used to go out when we were new. We had no idea what we were doing, but we would literally walk to the mall or in Dick's and just to see how many people we could talk to and get contact information. And it was great. And I remember when I brought him into Dick's, and there was a woman standing over it looking at exercise bikes and stuff. And he was just kind of walking. And I go, look at that over there. And he's like, yeah. I go, what? If you don't talk to her in 2 seconds, I'm going over there to talk to her. Boom, there he goes. So he blew it, but he went over there and talked to her. And this is when he was new. When we were both new, we were just figuring out how to get our commercial down, right? And how to form. We didn't even know what form was then. We never even heard of it. But we didn't care about failing. We didn't give up. We didn't care if we looked like idiots. We didn't care if people laughed at us. These are all things that you need to do. You need to know. You need to know what we went through, because you guys might be going through it. We had a new coach on my team. She was talking to my wife tonight how she got tore up and down at a party she was at, saying how the women's posts make this person's laugh. Like, I go to your wall every day to see your fitness post, and it makes me laugh while I eat my chocolate chip cookies. That's what this woman told us, our new coach. So I put a motivational video up in my page that I got off the wall, and it talked about facing your fears and all this. It's on my page from yesterday. You can scroll down and watch it. She posted it, and that woman came back the next day and said, oh, my God, thank you for watching this. You made my day. I'm not going to laugh at you anymore. And, you know, you're going to have things like that happen because we're going against the grain. We're going against the norm. People are stuck in the matrix doing the same damn thing over and over again. Nobody teaches us how to do this stuff. We don't go to school to learn how to build a network marketing business. If we did, I'd enroll my kids right now. Nobody teaches you this stuff, so we learn as we go, and people don't get it. I have a business spot open with 159 people above 2 diamonds. One of them is my second business center, and my wife's second business center is going down under that in a couple months. And people are like, yeah, I don't get it. I don't want to do it. I'm like, and the only people that get it are coaches. They're like, oh, my God, can I quit and resign? No. Because people, they know I'm successful, but yet they're still afraid to do that. Why? It's crazy. Am I projecting something wrong? I don't know. But it just blows me away that people just don't get it. And you're going to fight that fight all the time. It's just the way it is. But you have to learn to look past it and not let it bother you. You know, and I hope you guys are doing that and don't let people. I always tell my team, don't let other people determine your goals, right? Because if you're letting other people get to you, that's hampering your performance, and now you might not talk to as many people because now you're like, you got all this crap inside your head from this last person that laughed at you or just made a comment. My dad makes comments all the time, like my dad. You know, it's crazy. I want to block him. Like, he always got some smart remark to put on my wall, you know, like, oh, you had a cheeseburger. It's about time. I'm like, holy cow, Dad, you know. But it is what it is. Whatever. So, gyms, you know, they're tough. They're hard. And that's when you really need to know what you're talking about, guys. And because they're true business people, they want to know the bottom line. And the difference is, their crappy products that they're selling in their gym are probably 100% margin on them, where Shakeology, as we know, is only 25, right? And to make matters worse, when they sign up as a gym, they have to sign up as an LLC, and they have to get, I know in Connecticut, they have to get like 4 articles of paper from the state, and it's kind of a pain in the neck. We had a gym sign up 2 weeks ago. 8 days later, they quit because they didn't want to deal with getting the papers. They have to have their, you know, EIN number. And Bill, you know this stuff because you own a business. Their EIN number, their LLC papers, I don't know what else there is. It's in the entity form in the forms and documents under the Coach Online office. So you guys need to know that stuff. And if you ever have something, if you ever talking to a gym or you have a meeting set up with a gym and you need a run through with it, just message me and I'll help you out a little bit. So those selling without buying and non-dues revenue, write down those terms. That's what terms you want to use for the gym. So, Bill, I hope that answers your question. I got way off on a tangent. Does anybody else have anything that they want to ask? I don't want to keep you guys on here for 2 hours because I will. Trust me, I will.
Greg, when you first started presenting the business opportunity, did you follow a specific model or anyone's specific model? Because you
No.
Thousands of out there.
I was like ignorance on fire, Kim. I really was so flippin' excited. I didn't, when I was doing that was when P90X certification was coming out, which was a total flop. I mean, it was bad.
You said it.
It was. I had Shoreline Fitness in Connecticut, in Old Saybrook, Connecticut. 2 locations, 5,000 members. They sent 4 of their trainers there. They quit about a week after that because they said it was a joke. I lost 2 gyms, 2 major gyms. So, yeah, I'm going to say it sucked because it did. People are successful with it, though. But, no, I was just stating the business facts. I'm like, I went through P90X. I'm building a business. This is something that for peanuts, I'm going to make a lot. I'm going to build an empire. I told my coach when he sponsored me, I didn't even know what MLM was. But I said, you don't have any idea what I'm going to do with this. Right from the get-go, I was going to do this regardless. But again, I came on a different rung on the ladder. I already had a transformation with the products. So I'm a little bit different than other people. But I was talking to people about the business opportunity and saying, listen, where are you going to be in 3 years? And they would say, I don't know, I'm probably where I am. Okay, great. That's the answer I was looking for. If you do this a little bit each day, where are you going to be in 3 years? You're definitely going to be in a better spot 3 years from now than you are now, not if you don't do anything. How can you really say no to that?
It sounds very much like Mark just shared with me, and I know he almost killed me when I told him this last night, that I had never listened to the Craig Holiday 2-hour presentation. I know you're going to kill me too, right? And it's just like that. What you just said, where are you going to be 3 years from now? And within 10 minutes, I need to ask them, what's the most important thing in their life right now? Time, money, or recognition?
Yeah.
And where are you going to be in 5 years? And do you have a plan to get there in 5 years? If you don't, then we need to talk.
Right.
10 minutes, I was like, I've been doing this for 4.5 years, and I got 10 minutes, and I'm ready to throw the notebook across the room.
Yeah.
And so basically, I kind of set you up with that question. I will find. Yeah.
No, it's there's another one that's from Craig Holiday too. Is the 90 Days to Excellence series that used to be in the back office. I just had my Coach Basics people turned on to that last night. They're in week 2, and I got them already listening to that.
What is it? 90 days to what?
90 Days to Excellence. I have a Google Doc link if you need it. I have them all. I downloaded them all before they removed them. But there's one in there called Why Network Marketing. And he says, here's 16 reasons why network marketing is better than what you're doing. And I actually incorporate that into my webinar. And, if you just have 3 of those, that's what you can use to talk to people about, one of them just off the top of my head, he's like, this is based on a 2,000-year-old practice. And they're like, oh, what is that? You give, you receive. The more you give, you receive. You give without expecting anything in return. And then all of a sudden, boom, look what's happening. I got a team of people actually doing something and I'm earning an income. That's just one of his 16 reasons. And one of them else is, he talks about, having a brick and mortar shop as opposed to what we do. And, you get to, you're not competing for jobs like you are in the corporate world. I got fired because somebody stabbed me in the back, wanted me out of there. Literally. That's what happened to me at the Harford. I hate that place. Yes, it's a recording. So, best thing that could have happened to me, actually. So, In this, you're not competing, you're working as a team, right? Look, I'm not even on your team and I'm helping you guys, right? You guys could all hit 15-star diamond tomorrow. I don't see anything of it. But that's the way this is. We're all in a team working together. Whereas if this was a corporate world, you'd be all dicing for the same job and trying to knock people down. It's horrible. It is. You know, I'm not saying every corporate job is like that, but the majority is like that. That's just a corporate environment. So that's one of his other reasons. But 16 reasons why. Then he's got one about, you know, time management and you know, onboarding, bringing coaches on. And it's just 8 calls, and they're like a half hour, and they're the best. 90 days to excellence. It used to be in the back office.
Okay.
But I have them.
Well, guess what?
Yeah, I know. I'll give you everything tomorrow.
Listen, I have a goal to retire from my corporate America job by my 39th birthday, which is next December 30th.
Oh.
So.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. No problem.
You can do it.
So this is like, this is huge for us is the business and switching our mindset to the side of things. And
like, you guys want to become professional internet marketers. That's what you want to look at. You know, I went to Chalene Johnson's MIA. I entered that. Did anybody else do that on here? No? Marketing Impact Academy. We went out to San Diego, Christine and I, and we were like blown away. Like, oh my God, there was 500 people there. Maybe 25 were coaches. The rest of them were all something else. All internet marketing. What we learned there is we are, especially you, Kib, we are so much bigger than Beachbody. Beachbody is just one little thing. We all have so much more to offer other than just Beachbody. Kim, you have a ridiculous story. Ridiculous. And you need to share that and offer something else. You can offer something else other than something Beachbody. Beachbody is just a little portion of what we can do with network, with you know, internet marketing and network marketing. But you guys have to think, don't be a Beachbody coach, become a professional network marketer, right? You just happen to be with Beachbody as a Beachbody coach. You have to think your mindset and think business. Think, you guys read GoPro. I heard somebody else mention it. And that's what he's teaching you. 7 steps to becoming a professional network marketer, not a poser. We don't want posers, you know. You have to learn those traits. And you heard me talk earlier about, okay, when can you watch this video? Okay, you watch it Thursday. Great. By Friday, if I call you, you'll have it all done. Yes, great. What time Friday can I call you? Now I just set up my next meeting, right? So those are the things I learned in GoPro. I didn't learn that stuff I didn't know that stuff when I came on. I didn't even know what an MLM was. And that's the truth. So become professional network marketers or internet marketers per se. You know, if you guys want to see what we learned at Chalene, go to 7daycleaneatingchallenge.com and opt into my freemium. And that's something I'm doing, Christine and I are doing outside of that. What we're doing is, now I have an automated system, right? This is what other coaches are doing. So now you go opt into that, and now I'm building a huge email list, right? So you're going to get an email stating, okay, you just opted into this. You need to confirm your subscription. Okay, confirm. And then, boom, you're going to get an email. And it's going to have an awesome, I can't take any credit for this, an awesome 7-day clean eating plan that my wife put together, complete with a shopping list, for free. Here you go. 3 days later, you get another email with some tips and water and stuff like that. 3 days later, you get another one. And then 3 days later, it has our story telling you how we've maintained a healthy lifestyle with a link and information about challenge packs. We launched this 4 days ago. I have almost 70 emails already, automated. I'm not doing a damn thing. It's all set in place. How do the top 10 coaches get 200 Success Club points a month? This is the shit that they do.
That was a question. So Adele asked that question the other day. She goes, She goes, okay, tell me something I don't know. How the hell do you get 234 Success Club points in a month? And she's like, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah. Well, you know what? I got a slap on the hand from Lucido back in the early part of this year because I'm like, when that came out in February, when Mitro got 246 points in 1 month, I'm like, or some coach did. I'm like, I wrote on the wall, the 5-star wall. I'm like, that's awesome. I never even thought a business could do that. Obviously, there's something set in place, you know, like a blog or something automated, and you know, and that's great. And all those top 10 coaches, I'm not naming any names, and some other high-level coaches blasted me saying, oh, we don't have no secret system. We talk to all those people. You know what? That's bullshit. There's no freaking way they're talking to 246 people a month selling challenge packs. It's not going to happen, you know. And I was back and forth. I had caused a huge argument on the wall, and I called them out. I don't care. And, you know, Lucido's inboxing me. He's like, dude, you got to stop. Carl sees that. I'm like, you know, they're doing something. And when I got this Marketing Impact Academy, that's what they're doing. Not all of them, but most of them. You know, go to 5daysoffire.com. That's Jimmy Hayes Nelson's opt-in. They're doing all this stuff. So we just got our first one, 7daycleaneatingchallenge.com. Go ahead and opt in. But I didn't even plan on telling you guys that. It just came up. But that's what these guys are doing. So you have to think out of the box, you know. I don't, and then it goes into a whole thing on Chalene. And here's okay, here we go. This is totally kind of off subject, but Chalene Johnson's 30-day push, right? Everybody knows her 30-day push. That was her freemium. That's what she gave away for free. Everything in Marketing Impact Academy is what she's been doing over the last 4 years. She's now come fruition, and now this is what happens. So this is their journey. So her first one was a 30-day push, right? We've all done it or tried it. I only made it 21 days. So that was free. The next thing that she came out with was what? The push, or no, at the end of that, she talked about Car Smart, right? Bam, $120 sale. We all bought it. Okay, now we're her lifers, right? We're like, oh my God, we love Chalene. Wah! The next thing she comes out with is what? Instagram Impact Academy, right? Bam, $100. Oh, I gotta have more Chalene. Okay, next thing that comes out is what? Smart Success, right? Boom, $1,000. Next thing that comes out is Marketing Impact Academy. Boom, $2,000. This is exactly what we're doing. Our first thing is going to be a challenge pack. Then we're going to take them onto something else. Christine's going to write a book about celiac disease. That's going to be our next thing. We'll sell it for $25. See where I'm going here? Think internet marketing but that's totally unrelated to Beachbody. I mean, that's a whole nother thing, but that's just where this can go, guys. You know, professional network marketers, and you know that's what Chalene has done. But you know, it's God, I'm fired up. I can't even think straight. So know your facts. You know, write down. You know, you guys should know that Beachbody started in 1998, right? And then you know, Shakeology launched in 2007. You know, these are just things that you need to know to build your business, and know business facts when you're talking about it. And you know, what's great clinically proven Shakeology, right? As far as I know, it's the only shake out there that's clinically proven. That's something powerful to use also to gym owners and everybody. If you're not using that and sharing that video, you're crazy.
Yeah, and the other one is supported and endorsed by the ADA.
Is it?
Yeah.
Did they actually do it, or because I heard talk about it, but I never actually confirmed it. Did they?
I'm almost positive it was. I mean, it was a huge push. That's when the whole 100 Doctors videos came out.
Okay. Yeah, see, that was before me. Okay.
That was before you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that came out like the beginning of 2011, if I'm not mistaken, because it was already out when I joined.
Yeah, I know that was a big push that, you know, now doctors that are treating people with diabetes are using Shakeology as, do you remember that, Nikki? When that all went down? Yes, you. Eyes, brows up. Yeah. I'm going to unmute. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So that was the ADA, correct?
Oh, I thought you meant when the video came out, but I don't know.
Wasn't the American Diabetes Association with that, and people who were the physicians that were treating patients with diabetes?
Yeah, it sounds familiar, but I can't remember exactly.
Well, maybe it's because I'm in the medical field that one's like.
Melissa McDonald said yes, it was. Yes, it was.
All right, nonetheless, another fact. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and you got to always be excited when you talk about this stuff too. When you talk about the business opportunity and stuff like that. I got so many compliments that my passion was contagious, my excitement was contagious and all this. And, here I am 3 years later and I'm still fired up about this shit.
Yeah.
And I had a bad day today. All right. But I'm still fired up about this.
I didn't even, it's funny because when you tagged me in that post, I was like, he was having a bad day. And then I went to your timeline and I'm like, he even posted he was having a bad day.
Yeah. I got to keep it real.
Hey, and that we talk about that all the time about keeping it real. And I think the most important thing that I've patched on in the last 9 months is we need to shift our mindset to, this is a business.
Yeah.
And to have that fire that we have with Shakeology and with fitness, but in the business mindset.
Yeah.
Push the business. Have the same excitement that you do for your program that you're doing at home and your shake that you're drinking every day. Have that same excitement for the business too. And all the facts about Tony Wharton and Sean T. I mean, there's Sean T lovers out there that know when his birthday is and know that he loves, powdered donuts and M&Ms. We need to know, like you said, those facts about the business too, and be excited about it. And I know I talked with my brother today, and he said that. He goes, you switch your mindset. Say that as of November 1st, I'm going to be just excited about the business as I am about the products.
Yep.
And share that with every single person that you know.
Yep.
Everybody.
That's great. Yeah. I like that philosophy, just to be excited about the business as the products.
Yeah. So does anybody else have any more questions? No? Nobody?
I do, Greg. Sorry, it's Noel.
Awesome.
I just wondering, you had mentioned that Beachbody put together a business opportunity webinar. Where is that?
Hold on just a second. Let me see. They do, and it is. Let me go in the back office. Hold on, bear with me here.
It is in the back office?
It is in the back office, but it's kind of tricky to find because the back office just sucks. A new one's coming now. I remember when I first signed up, I'd call my coach. I'm like, dude, this website. Well, how do I find this and this? It's all over the place, but there's just a lot of info. It's under sales and marketing. I want to say product toolkits. Wait a minute. Hold on, is this it? Shake out. Hold on, I don't see it. I just found it and downloaded it the other day. Just give me a second, guys.
No worries.
Coach products, where share recipe cards, welcome guide, website banner, success stories. It's got to be in here because I went right past it the other day. Hold on, let me check this other one here. Nope, that's not it. Sales and marketing. Business tools. Sales and marketing, business tools. It's got to be in here. It'd be crazy if it isn't.
That's where I'm looking now.
Oh, man. God, Beachbody, where do you put stuff? Man. It's here somewhere, guys.
I couldn't find it either. I was just looking for it.
I downloaded it. I could send it to you. It's actually kind of big. Expanding your market. Just give me a second. Just if you want, just bear with me here. I'll find it. Product toolkits. Big social media. Oh wait, it might be over here. God, I tell you.
It would make sense if it was under business tools.
Yeah, of course it's not. You know, it's just crazy.
That's where I think to look.
Marketing tools.
I found it.
You did? Where is it?
Let me see here. I'm under, sorry guys. I'm in,
That was
sorry.
Dell.
I went under news. I went to Coach Training Academy, reference materials.
Ah, there you go.
You scroll down and I think it's the coach opportunity presentation.
Yep, that's it. You got it. Give that girl a shaker cup. That's it. And see, you can get there from.
Yes.
It's crazy. You can get there from the other place too. It's just crazy. All right, so yeah, that's it. You just download that, and it's really cool.
And now, do you use this? Do you use yours and this?
No, I use mine. I am going to take some slides from this and add it to mine. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get around to it to do it for mine tomorrow night, but I will end up doing it in the future because there is some slides that I like.
So you just do your PowerPoint when you do your business opportunity?
Yeah, I use Zoom and I do a screen share, and then I do the business presentation on Zoom.
Okay.
Yep.
So very much like we're doing now. And so basically anybody can use it. Anybody can do and it's funny because we've talked about this for months and we just haven't done it. And so I'm happy that it has a downloadable version because part of us is we're like, well, where the hell do we start? Uh-oh. Hey, are we losing power? Someone? Okay, I need my phone. Shit.
Everybody else lose power? Yeah.
Can someone grab my phone?